श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, पति पांच प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Starting from Granth Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 26, entitled as King Puranjana Goes to the Forest to Hunt, text number 24. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. 24 na? Tasmin dade damam aham tava veera patni yo anyatra bhusura kulat krita kilbisastam pasyena vita bhayam unmiditam trilokyam anyatra vai muraripor itarata dasat तस्मिन् ददे दमहं तव वीरपत्नी यो अन्यत्र भुसुरकुलात् कृतकिल्बिषतम् पश्येन वितभयम् उन्मिदितं त्रिलोकाम् अन्यत्र वै मुरारिपोरितरत्र दासात् तस्मिन् ददे दमम् अहं तव वीरपत्नी यो अन्यत्र भूसुरकुलात् कृतकिल्बिषस्तम् पश्येन वीतभयम् उन्मिदितं त्रिलोक्याम् अन्यत्र वै मुरारिपोरितरत्र दासात् तस्मिन् ददे दमहं तव वीरपत्नी यो अन्यत्र भूसुरकुलात् कृतकिल्बिषितम् पश्येन वीतभयम् उन्मिदितं त्रिलोक्याम् अन्यत्र वै मुरारिपोरितरत्र दासात् तस्मिन् ददे दममहं तव वीरपत्नी यो अन्यत्र भूसुरकुलात् कृतकिल्बिषितम् पश्येन वीतभयम् उन्मिदितं त्रिलोक्याम् अन्यत्र वै मुरारिपोरितरत्र दासात् तस्मिन् ददे दमहं तव वीरपत्नीम् यो अन्यत्र भूसुरकुलात् कृतकिल्बिषितम् पश्येन वीतभय उन्मिदितं त्रिलोक्याम् अन्यत्र वै मुरारिपोरत्र दासात्. What forward meaning? Tasmin, unto him, dadhe, shall give, damam, punishment, aham, I, tau, to you, Veer Patni, O wife of the hero, ya, one who, anyatra, besides, Bhusura Kulat, From the group of demigods on the earth, the Brahmanas, Prita, done, Kil Bisa, offense, Tam, him, Pasye, I see, Na, not, Vita, without, Bhayam, fear, Unmiditam, without anxiety, Trilokyam, within the three worlds, Anyatra, elsewhere, Vai, certainly, Mura Ripo, of the enemy of Mura, Krishna, Itaratra, on the other hand, Dasat, then the servant. Translation purport by Srila Ki Jai. Translation: O hero's wife, kindly tell me if someone has offended you. I am prepared to give such a person's punishment as long as he does not belong to the Brahmana caste. But for the servant of Muraripu, Krishna, I excuse no one within or beyond these three worlds. No one can freely move after offending you, for I am prepared to punish him. Purport by Srila Ki Jai. According to the Vedic civilization, a Brahmana or one who is properly qualified to understand the absolute truth, that is, one belonging to the most intelligent social order, as well as the devotee of Lord Krishna who is known as Muradvisa, enemy of demon named Mura, is not subjected to rules and regulations of the state. Other words, upon breaking the laws of the state, everyone can be punished by the government except the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Brahmanas and Vaishnavas never transgress the laws of the state or the laws of nature because they know perfectly well the resultant reactions caused by such law breaking. Even though they may sometimes appear to violate the laws, they are not to be punished by the king. The instructions was given to King Prachina Barisat by Narad Muni. The king Puranjana was a representative of King Prachina Barisat, and Narad Muni was reminding King Prachina Barisat of his forefather Maharaj Pitu, who never chastised a Brahmana or a Vaishnava. One's pure intelligence or pure Krishna consciousness becomes polluted by material activities. Pure consciousness can be revived by the process of sacrifice, charity, pious activities, etc. But when one pollutes his Krishna consciousness by offending a Brahmana or Vaishnava, it's very difficult to revive. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described the Vaishnava Aparadha or offenses to Vaishnavas as mad elephant offenses. One should be very careful not to offend a Vaishnava or Brahmana. Even the great yogi Dvasa Muni was harassed by the Sudarshan Chakra when he offended the Vaishnava Maharaj Ambarish, who was neither a Brahmana nor a sannyasi but an ordinary householder. Maharaja Ambarish was a Vaishnava and consequently Dvasa Muni was chastised. The conclusion is that if Krishna consciousness is covered by material sins, one can eliminate the sin simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But if one pollutes the Krishna consciousness by offending a Brahmana or Vaishnava, one cannot revive it until one properly atones for the sin by pleasing the offended Vaishnava or Brahmana. This was the course that Dvasa Muni had to follow, for he surrendered unto Maharaja Ambarisha. A Vaishnava Aparadha cannot be atoned by any means other than by begging the pardons of offended Vaishnava. Om Tat Sat Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langyayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. It's a very instructive verse. In this it's an allegorical story. It's told by Narad Muni to King Prachina Barishat in order to awake him to his Krishna consciousness. Being very merciful to the king, Narad Muni has shown him the resultant reactions of all the sacrifice of animals which he has done. in guise of performing different ritualistic sacrificial ceremonies to be promoted to heavenly planets or for the welfare of his citizens. So, uh, this his allegorical story, we see that how King Puranjana represents the King Parchina himself, or the conditioned soul, and the wife, the queen, represents the intelligence. So after neglecting his king goes for hunting, we saw that how different senses is trying to enjoy different sense gratification. So that is as he's going for hunting, and then his intelligence is put off. When he's going for hunting, he's neglecting the intelligence. We saw that how sometimes we neglect our inner voice or the sort of uh, uh, right decisions, not to do something. For example, we know that if we're going to eat more, we going to get our stomach going to get disturbed. But in spite of that, we'll shut off our intelligence and we'll eat more than necessary, and then later we'll suffer. It's like that for all these different senses. As the living entities is so much from subtly uh, desiring that just he goes for that. In this classical example was given how different animals, they are caught by different kinds of senses. Elephant is caught by just brushing the sea elephant by touch sensation, and then uh, deer is caught by sound, fish is caught by tongue. Like that, there are different animals are caught by different senses, and they're so easily caught, which is otherwise very difficult. To catch an elephant, how difficult it will be in the forest, but it's very easily caught. Just follows the sea elephant and falls inside pit. That's all, finished. In the river water, how one can catch the fish? Not possible. You just take the water, also the fish will go. But the fish comes himself and just hangs himself to that thread. And we see that deer also is catching the deer is very difficult. Even a tiger they find difficult to have a hunting of deer. And then just hunter will come and blow the flute, and the deer will come and just roam around. The hunter will simply tie a rope and take the deer out. So like that, all these things, the senses are so powerful, and the souls are so much looking for sense gratification. They easily get caught. Of course, their intelligence is saying, no, don't do this. But they are put off the intelligence. They are not listening to intelligence. They're just going for it. So, you see, these all different animals, they have been caught. And human being is a special creature which has, taste for all the senses. Has taste this for touch senses, for hearing, for eating, tongue, all these senses. How would be the situation of the human being? How human being can be so easily trapped in the process of sense gratification, so much so that it will be very difficult to come out. This is what happens. Intelligence is completely put off, and then we just go for sense gratification blindly. So it's mentioned in this particular purport that uh, afterwards, when we've been caught, then we regret. Oh, why I did this? Oh, I have just somehow tolerated this, or avoided this, doing this, and I would have been avoided. I would have not been put into this precarious situation. I had to suffer. So after some time, we all regret. So the King Puranjana is regretting. His intelligence is now reviving, so he's regretting to his queen. Oh, uh, he's regretting and is ready to take any type of woe. I'll punish anyone who has offended you. Like this, we'll take the resolution. Oh, hereafter I'm now going to do this. Hereafter I'll never do this. We see that again we will do the same thing. So in this particular verse, the king Puranjana is telling to queen that anybody who has offended you, being within this or beyond these three material worlds, I'll punish except the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. So Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are so important, so exclusively important, that they don't fall in the category or jurisdictions of even the king. They are so important. The Brahminical class is so important for the social structure that if they are not there, then the whole human life will collapse. Whole human society will collapse, and it will come to the level of animal living, eating, mating, defending, sleeping. A Brahminical structure is giving the direction to rest of the society, how to act, so that human life will be progressive, will have sense gratification and self-realization both. That's how the Brahmanas, they are guiding the whole society. Since their job description is so important that they don't come in the jurisdictions of the Brahmana, of the king, and therefore the Brahmanas have to act also very, very carefully, very diligently. They should uh, the normal person, if does something, there is a punishment. But if Brahmanas does something wrong, actually he is supposed to be suffering more than normal person. We see that how Shringi Rishi, because the Parikshit Maharaj, then after that the whole society is suffering just because of his this one mistake. When we see that Yamadutas also, they were trying to catch Ajamila, and they were chastised, and they were chastised and moved away by Vishnu Dutas. They all ran to the Yamraj, and then they just complained. And after all hearing to all of them, Yamaraj instructed them that you should never go to the person who is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Don't never ever go nearby them. And you bring all those people who are doing all sorts of pious activities, yajna, dana, tapa, punya, but not chanting the holy name. Those people you bring to me. So he gave this standing instruction. So in that incident also we see that the devotees of Lord, even Dharmaraj, who should be the king of all the kings, is ruling the whole world. He is saying that they doesn't come under my jurisdiction. They all directly, the Lord is taking care of them, because they are taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. So even Dharmaraj is telling this. So both Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, because they have so much important, exclusively important function in the society, that they are eliminated from the jurisdiction of the king. And Vaishnavas, of course, because they are devotees taken shelter of the Lord, they don't fall in that category. The Lord is taking care of his devotees. Yoga Kshemam Vahamiham. Krishna is telling that I provide for them what they lack, and I preserve what they have. I do this, aham, personally I do this. So we know these pastimes, how Jagannath Puri pastimes, how the Lord personally came, Krishna Balaram, the small children, they came and delivered all the groceries, and they proved that what is mentioned is true. And the Lord actually does this personally. So many pastimes of the Lord is there, where the Lord is coming and actually dealing with his devotees. Personally, he is involved. So the Lord is making sure that devotees progress and come back to him. That is the Lord's determination, sankalpa. And devotees, if we are very sincere, we can go back to Godhead within this lifetime. And if we are not sincere, then slowly we will go. Once taken to Krishna conscious process, we will go back to Godhead. We already started. Surely we'll go back to what depends on our sincerity, how many more time, how much more births we are going to take. You know that how Mukundata's pastime, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't allow him inside. Mukundata asked devotees, you find out when I'll be allowed. After millions of lifetime, Lord Chaitanya said, and he became very happy. Because he was feeling I am rejected, there is no hope for me. But after millions of lifetime, at least I will go back. So where he was lost in oblivion, in no hope, always be here in this material world out of association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, once being rejected. But then he later understood, after millions of years, millions of life is going to be again united with the Lord. Then he became very happy. Seeing him, that he is willing to wait to reunite with the Lord for millions of lives, seeing his perseverance, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has become very pleased and he immediately called him. So once we start Krishna consciousness, surely we'll go back to God. Prabhupada is telling, but why to wait for so many lifetimes? Why to again will to take birth and again you have to die, old age, disease, suffer again and again, again and again, again and again? Why do all these things unwanted, unnecessarily, and suffering? Just finish off this business of Krishna consciousness within this lifetime itself. And that is possible. So you have to be very sincere. So King Puranjana understands this, that he cannot dive away to punish the king, Brahmana and Vaishnavas. And in Prabhupada Purport is writing that Narad Muni is speaking to King Parchina Barisad, who is coming in dynasty of Prithu Maharaj, and Prithu Maharaj very, very respectable to Brahmanas. Was very respectable to Brahmanas, and we see that how when he was performing the 100th house sacrifice, Indra came in disguised sannyasi, means he is automatically a Brahmana, disguised as a sannyasi, and each time he was left, he was not punished. So he was so careful to deal with the dealings with the Brahmanas. And same Prithu Maharaj, he was so strict in setting up the discipline, rules and regulations, that when Prithvi disguised as a cow, he just bent behind her and he was ready to chastise Prithvi, Mother Earth. So fixed in his placing the discipline in place. And the same Prithu Maharaj is very, very careful not to do any to punish any Brahmanas. So he's just reminded, King Prachina Parisat is reminded about the example set up by his forefathers. So that is exclusively so important that we don't offend devotees. We don't offend Brahmanas, we don't offend devotees. Why? Why we should not offend them? Yeah, because the consequences is very severe. Said that if a person is forgotten Krishna, he does some pious activities, he does some sukriti, then his Krishna consciousness can be revived. He can develop Krishna consciousness. But after even some Krishna consciousness has developed, one offends Vaishnavas, then he loses the opportunity. He loses that also, and the revival becomes very, very difficult. Revival becomes very difficult. says that once one offends Vaishnavas, the Bhakti Latas, Bhakti Lata is destroyed from the root itself. He said that Bhakti seed, seed of Bhakti, devotion, is planted in the heart by mercy of Guru and Krishna. Guru Krishna Kripa Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. By mercy of Guru and Krishna, the seed of devotion is planted in one's heart. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, after that one should take the role of a gardener. And what gardener does? He will water the seed. You see, in morning time our gardener is coming and is taking water and watering everywhere. So much watering is doing. So like that, by chanting and hearing, the process of chanting and hearing, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should water this seed. If we water nicely, then it will start sprouting. What will start sprouting? Seed, bhakti, yes, the bhakti will start growing. And if we not sufficiently hear and chant, then the seed will dry. And we will also feel dry. We'll feel uninterested in doing service. So it is proper dose is required, amount of watering is required. So sufficiently we should chant and hear. When we chant and hear, the bhakti bij is growing. When bhakti bij is growing, seed is growing, then what gardener is? Next role is? Yes. Is to remove the weeds. Because along with this creeper of Bhakti Lata, also unwanted things will grow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so unwanted things will grow and it will look like that creeper only. So one has to be very, very careful not to remove the creeper, to remove this all weeds. Otherwise, it will look like in name of removing the all anarthas, we will just stop performing devotional service. So one has to be very, very careful. So all this different type of weeds are said. Puja la pratishtha, jeev himsana kuti nati. So different types of weeds are said. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, with full effort, should take with full effort, one should very diligently, carefully should remove these weeds. Otherwise, what happened that we will plant, we will water, but instead of Bhakti Lata growing, these weeds will grow. Our devotion should be growing and we should develop the love of Godhead, but that will stop and these weeds will be growing. It will become more and more. When we do perform devotional service, then people will come and give lot of importance to us, and we are also chanting and hearing. We are watering, but we are also enjoying that sort of adoration or worship, enjoying very nice. It was not like, so nice to be in Krishna consciousness. So many people are coming and giving so much importance to me, so much this thing. If you not remove that desire, that weed, if you do not remove, then it will keep growing. And Bhakti Lata, which is supposed to grow, will stop. Because all the hearing and chanting the effort is going in making this so to get this importance of worship. And then we will not get the fruit of love of Godhead. Will remain like a normal materialistic person. So one has to be very, very careful to remove these weeds, put effort and very carefully remove. Okay. Instead of removing the weeds, we should not come out of the devotion, come out of the association of devotees. Come out of the association of devotees, bhakti will also, we're removing the Bhakti Lata itself. Without association, how we can practice Krishna consciousness? Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Prahlad Nrsimha Dev Bhagwan ki jai, Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai. Very careful. And then when the Bhakti Lata is growing, the next gardener will do that, he will make a fence around, so that some animals, something will not come and uh, uproot the plant or eat the plant. Hmm? So that is the also responsibility of gardener. So this among all the animals, he said the elephant, the causes the whole garden itself, he will destroy. It does like this, just take around and uproot the whole tree. It will come out with full roots, everything, and can never sprout again. So that elephant is considered as a Vaishnava Aparadha. That is, if you do Vaishnava Aparadha, the whole thing is lost, without any chance for reviving it again. So, such human form of life, we got this rarest opportunity to practice and cultivate Krishna consciousness. All that is lost because we were careless and we did Vaishnava offense. So one has to be very, very careful and avoid doing any Vaishnava offense. There's several Vaishnava offenses there. Subtle, gross. We know the pastimes of Rupa Goswami. He was meditating on the pastimes of the Lord, where he was thinking about Srimati Radharani has come to pluck the flower, and Sri Krishna is sitting on the top of the branch, and Srimati Radharani stretched her hand to pluck the flower. She caught hold of the branch, and she was trying to pluck the flower. For that time only Krishna lowered the branch. As soon as Radharani, she caught hold of the branch, he released the branch, and then she got hanged in the air. So he was seeing this and he started laughing on this. And from there nearby one another Vaishnava was passing, whose body was unshaped. And then he saw Rupa Goswami is laughing, and he became very disturbed. You see, I am like this. My physics is like this. What is wrong I have done? This is been given by Krishna to me like this. But why he is laughing at me? There is no mistake from the Rupa Goswami side. And this Brahmana also circumstantially he misunderstood. Even though he misunderstood and there was no fault from the Rupa Goswami side, but Rupa Goswami's meditation was disturbed, and he was not able to get that vision again. Then he was thinking, what happened, what went wrong? He went to Sanatana Goswami, something went wrong, some Vaishnava offense is done. How to identify? And Sanatana Goswami is very intelligent. He said, you call all the Vaishnavas for feast. Everybody comes, and who is not coming, you should understand he has has been offended. Like this we can find out. Then they found out this Vaishnava and then went and begged forgiveness and explained everything. That Vaishnava also became very comfortable. Oh, I only did mistake. Then after that Rupa Goswami was able to again meditate on the divine pastimes of the Lord. So this is the consequence. Even unknowingly this happened, but we were facing the consequences. We have to face the consequences. So one has to be very, very careful. Because we are interested in tasting the fruit of love of Godhead, Krishna Prema. When we have such eagerness, then we will try to avoid Vaishnava offense. And if it is not so, then we'll keep on doing the same thing again and again. So it is on our own interest that how much serious we are. Another offense, another category we see that Ambarish Maharaj was offended by Durvasa Muni. Actually, Ambarish Maharaj never took the offense. He was a Param Bhagavata, so he was never took the offense, but it was actually done by Durvasa Muni. He became angry upon him, and also he tried to kill him. The great offense. And though Ambarish Maharaj did not take the offense, but the Lord Sudarshan Chakra could not stop himself. He immediately chased Durvasa Muni. Keep changing Durvasa Muni to all the corners of the world. You know how he went to Lord Indra, then he said, you just immediately leave from here, otherwise I'll be in difficulty. Then he's running from there, going to Lord Brahma. Brahma also saying same thing, immediately leave from here. Lord Shiva is saying, immediately leave from here. Then he's been advised, you go to Vishnu, because this disc belongs to him. Then he running towards Vaikuntha Loka, and there Lord Vishnu is actually at least spoke to him. He's telling that actually Aham Bhakta Paradhino. I am not independent, actually I have been controlled by my devotees. Everybody knows that I am controlled by my devotees. Yasoda Maya is tying me up. So however my gopis, they are giving little buttermilk and asking me to dance, and I am forced to dance. So I am not independent, don't think I am independent, I am controlled by my devotees. And the Sudarshan Chakra also is controlled by devotees. So though I want to help you, but I am helpless. And someone who can help you is go back to the same devotee. And if he is willing to help you, it is possible. Otherwise, forget it. So all the way again, Ambrish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni, because there is no other way, he just ran again back to Ambarish Maharaj and fell on his feet. And there Ambrish Maharaj is seeing Sudarsana is changing, then he is praying that, so nice prayers every day morning we are chanting, that if I have done any pious activities, if my forefathers have performed charities, we have not broken any religious principles, kindly, O Sudarshan Disk, creator, maintainer, annihilator of the whole three worlds, like that, a very nice prayers is glorifying Sudarshan Chakra, saying, kindly excuse this Brahmana. If at all we have performed a devotional service and Lord is pleased with us, kindly forgive this Brahmana. After all these prayers, Sudarsana actually becomes pacified, and then Ambrish Maharaj is relieved. Till then, Durvasa Muni is relieved. Till then, he was just very, very precarious condition. So, like that, if you have done offenses to Vaishnavas, knowingly, unknowingly, a Vaishnava has considered this is offense. The best remedy is, or only remedy is, both is that. Best means it's the easiest way to go and ask forgiveness from devotees, and they are very kind, they will forgive us. And only way is, we all see that how Durvasa Muni went everywhere, but he was not saved. So only and the best way is to go to the devotees and dissolve it. Beg for forgiveness, and we resolve not to do the same thing again and again. So that is for our own self-interest. Any questions are there, or any comment we can see? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, पतित पांच प्रभुपाद की जय.